Stephen A. Smith, ESPN's First Take, his top 5 teams in the NFL after Week 1.
Let's go to number 4 on the list. Please give it to me right now. Bam! The Cleveland Browns. Why? Because the Cincinnati Bengals were in the AFC Championship game. This is not a scrub team. They got Chase. They got Higgins. They got Boyd. Okay, excuse me, they got Mixon. And you know they got Joe Burrow. We just didn't see anybody. Why? Because they scored 3 points. 3 points. 3 points. Now, I understand that Deshaun Watson still got a ways to go. Didn't look that great. But that brother Nick Chubb is something special. Make no mistake about it. Myles Garrett, he's something special. Make no mistake about it. And when you look at the Cleveland Browns, everybody been talking about Cincinnati and Baltimore. They even mentioned the Pittsburgh Steelers and not Cleveland. But Cleveland said, y'all must have forgot who the hell we got and what we can do. We gonna show y'all. 24-3. Gotta give them love this week.
With that, let's welcome in Jeff Lloyd, Locked On Browns podcast. And Jeff, we talked about this. Analysis isn't, well, Cleveland has never gotten it right. They got it right week 1. Now, I got to do it again, but week 1 wasn't perfect by any stretch, but you take that defensive performance every day. You give me 17 of those, you're going to be 17-0.
Well, the biggest takeaway from the defensive side of the ball is, and look, it's going to get more difficult down the road. In Cincinnati, look, they may go with this theory of not playing players in the preseason. And look, for 2 years it worked. They went to a Super Bowl. They certainly went to an AFC Championship game. But it just looked like a team that wasn't ready. The rain. And I don't know if it was the rain or, with Joe Burrow putting the glove on. I still wonder if Zadarius Smith got a piece of that hand on that first play of the game. Because it seemed after that, Joe Burrow was just not really ready to go. Athletically, I thought this was a terrible matchup for him to return from a calf injury. He didn't have any burst ability to run away from pass rush. And now that the Browns defensive line is as deep and talented as it's ever been, that certainly made for a difficult scenario. But you saw half to the football. You saw excitement. You saw everybody playing in unison. When the defensive line wasn't getting there, the secondary played the way they needed to. We saw linebackers freely moving around the field, not getting caught up in traffic like we've seen over the last couple of years. You had 11 guys on defense play as one, and that's the key. A lot of it has to do with the talent that is brought in. Certainly, a lot of it has to do with the major upgrades you made as the defense coordinator by bringing in Jim Schwartz.